It's Soweto Derby weekend, and normally by this time, well, fans, thousands of them from all around the country would be leaving Port Elizabeth, Durban, Cape Town, Bloemfontein, everywhere you can think of to come to Johannesburg for this massive game on the South African sporting calendar. But not this year due to COVID-19 restrictions. And the Soweto Derby will, for the first time, be played behind closed doors. I've got a couple of gentlemen then alongside me to chat about that massive game. Daine, Klate, closest to me, played for Orlando Pirates. I don't know if you don't remember him. You didn't watch football between 2010 and 2015. And then Fabian, McCarthy out on that far side from around about 2003 at Kaizer Chiefs. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you. Thank
Daine,
you for inviting us.
Daine, I want to start with you because you know how it is to score an own goal in a derby.
Yeah.
Am I mistaken?
Correct, you're correct, 100%. 100%.
How was that?
Not the best feeling. Didn't go anyway for 2 weeks because obviously, you know, you have to care about it, and I couldn't sleep at night.
2 weeks?
It was difficult, yeah.
Goodness.
Because one of the biggest games, 90,000 people and you score an own goal, it's kind of embarrassing. And you end up losing the game 3-0.
Oh, wow. Fabian, the most glaring thing about this derby, as I said there in my intro, is that there'll be no fans. Never since I started watching football have I seen the derby without fans. Surely this must have a big impact.
Look, what we want the fans to be glued to the screen, to the TV. And obviously MTN is making it possible for the fans to be part of it and maybe feel like as you are at the stadium. You rightfully so, it's the first time also I can recall, but because of the situation the world finds itself in, so MTN has a home viewing experience where a fan can win that prize so that two of the legends can come and watch the derby with you in your own backyard.
In my home.
MTN will set it up. If there's no space in the lounge,
yeah,
outside in the yard, but at your comfort, in your backyard, and MTN will come and make it possible for you and 7 of your friends or family, with the two legends, with the chef, with MTN representative.
So this is all so that you don't feel the need to go to the stadium. You still feel the presence of players. It'll be former players, but players nonetheless.
The remake of the 2020 Wafa Wafa. Winner takes it all, last fan standing, home viewing experience. So there you are, if you're an MTN subscriber. If you're not, get your starter pack. You just have to opt in by pressing *144*8#, recharge with 10 rand or more. And maybe you'll become a millionaire or win some of the 8,000 worth of prizes that's available during the competition.
Hopefully I'll be a millionaire by Monday morning. Daine, these two teams haven't had the best of starts to the season. You played for Orlando Pirates. What is Derby Friday like this like, even if you haven't been playing well?
Yeah, it's Derby week. I think previous performances goes out the window. My experience tells me, you know, and Fabian will probably conquer. I think whenever Pirates is on a good run, when they play the Derby, Chiefs beats them. Whenever Chiefs is on a good run, Pirates ends up winning it. So it's always the opposite, you know. But at this stage,
who's in a bad run now?
At this stage, I can't really tell who's who, you know. So it's the first time that we go into a Derby and not knowing exactly which team is on the up, on the rise. You know, you can't really take results, but all previous results goes out the window, and it's on the day, you know, who pitches up on the day and gives more effort and wants it more.
Fabian, I know as a player, surely in your first derby you had butterflies in your stomach. There's a lot of fans in the stadium at the old F&B. For a coach, do you think it's the same? I mean, Gavin will be playing his first derby. Is it sort of the same coming into such a massive game?
You know, Benji, you said for the coach, it's worse for the coach, especially in Coach Hanti's situation. You know, he has to come and do a whole lot of things. He can't sign players. He has to try and perform. He wants to win this cup to settle in. There's youngsters he's throwing in the deep end. So as players, you know, you come out for warm-up, there's maybe 10,000. Yeah. But as Daine, when you come out and it's full, there's goosebumps, there's butterflies, everything. It's like you want to say, hey man, let me go somewhere just to relax a bit, but there's no time. The kickoff is now. When you stand there, all you have to do is you have to breathe in, breathe it out, first touch, settle in the game. And
we know Daine's worst mistake in the derby. What was yours? Have you never scored an own goal?
Mine, I didn't. No, I scored one. I think it was in New Zealand. Was it certainly 2000 pre?
No, in the derby. You've never scored.
No. I stopped goals. Yeah. So obviously, for Daine, I know that feeling because he's a guy who's scoring goals. But sometimes, you find yourself in a situation where he was, maybe wrong positioning, maybe thinking I'll do the right thing and helping the team. And it happens. I mean, it's part of the game.
I remember that cross coming in. Daine couldn't sort his feet out in time, and bam, goal is in. But this is probably, not even probably, it is the quickest way to win a trophy in South Africa, the MTN 8, and it's actually the richest cup tournament in South Africa, 8 million rand. The stakes are high. Can Pirates, in your view, jumpstart their season, which seems a bit stuttering at the moment? 2 draws in the league. The fans haven't been inspired that much.
Yeah, I think the logo of the tournament is Wafa, winner takes all. So definitely, I think Pirates and Chiefs have equal chance to do it, and it's a perfect tournament to kickstart your season. I mean, when I was at Pirates, we started with the MTN 8. That was when we won the double treble. Both on both occasions, it was the MTN 8. And again, coming to the MTN 8 for charity. Last season, it was for each goal was 10,000. This season is 20,000. Already in the first round of the quarterfinals, there was 10 goals scored. So there's already 200,000 for charities. So I mean, we're looking for goals, so that we can help the less fortunate as well. And once again, big up to MTN for all the initiatives they're taking. Instead of the fans going to the stadium, MTN is trying to take the game to the fans, take the stadium experience to the fans. And I'll be in Durban with Klate Mpela this weekend. One of the guys won the competition, and we'll be out in eThekwini, doing the home viewing experience with him and 7 of his friends. So I think, again, we have to say big ups to MTN. Not only is it about Pirates and Chiefs and the teams winning, it's about the fans, because the fans makes everything worth it.
What does Pirates need to do, though? What has been the issue that they can fix or should fix, or Coach Zimbauer should fix?
I think it's simple. You need to score more than the opposition. That's the first point. You need to score more goals than the opposition. And we're looking for goals so that charities can benefit more. But I think, having watched Pirates they've obviously signed Tulani Slatswayo. And obviously strengthened their defense. For any team to win a league title, Fabian he's been there stopping goals. Those are the most important people if you're going to win championships. You have to be solid at the back. And obviously in front, take your chances as they come. There haven't been a lot of goals in the past 2-3 games. But I think for me, the teams are even. Fabian said that Gavin Hunt came in and is not able to make any signings. But if it's any coach I would want in that situation, in that scenario, it will be Gavin Hunt. So for me, Chiefs is very fortunate to have him at this point in time because he can make something happen from nothing.
He's played a couple of youngsters already from the development side. We've seen the likes of Njabula Blom. We've seen Nkosing Pile Ngobo already playing. Is that the way to go for Gavin Hunt? Can he put them into the derby? I mean, it's a big game to put a young man, unless you're Dr. Kumalo and you're starting the derby at the age of 16. But it's a huge game to go with the youngsters. Happy Mashiane as well has been playing.
Look, it's a huge game, but I'm saying, Daine knows Coach Hunty better than me. I never played under him, but I just admire the fact that he's not scared. He's not afraid of throwing everything in there. And for the youngsters, it's good in a way that there's no supporters. Sometimes it's hard to please supporters or to satisfy them with everything you do. And looking at the last game these two boys played, I mean, it's a good chance for them to make the mark and even help Chiefs go through to the final and win this competition. You know, Benji.
If you have a good performance here as a youngster, you're made.
Listen,
for the rest of the season.
This is a game where you set the tone. You also settle in with the supporters, with the team, with everything. So the situation actually favors them a lot, if you must ask me. So all they have to do, go in there, don't do what you're not used to do. Play to instructions, listen to the coach, and pick up your performance from your last game. So which I think is a good platform for these young boys to come in. Benji, it's remake of a 2020. There's a Yellow Dream competition as well, where one fan can win 20,000, where you obviously can pay school fees, you know, for this year. You can pay La Bola if you plan to get married. You can pay Amo Shonisa, Amo Kasi, where you make loans and all things like that. Or if you want to go for a holiday, MTN will make it possible for you to do with what you planned to do, but you couldn't do it because of COVID. But it's a remake of 2020 Wafa Wafa.
There's a school of thought, gentlemen, that not having fans might not necessarily be a bad thing altogether. Normally players would say playing away from home helps you score goals because your fans, the pressure is less. Both sets of players won't have any fans. Does that mean the chances of scoring goals then increase? Since the bubble, actually, because there was no fans, a lot of people think, and we've seen goals as well since this season has started, does it mean that the derby, we can look forward to a lot of them?
I think to a certain extent, yes, because I think it's less pressure, like Fabian said. He mentioned the fan pressure. You know, there's no fan that's going to say you must be taken off if you make a mistake, for example. You know, so maybe the players will be more at ease. You know, maybe it'll be more entertaining. You know, because there's not that pressure of making a mistake and the fans starting to boo you. You know, which any player that would not like that. But I think, all in all, I think it's still going to be a game of exciting game. You know, everybody's expecting it. I think the players are used to it now because of we finished the season off with no fans. So I think it's pretty. They've already adapted to the situation of playing in front of no fans.
All right, Fabian, are you on Twitter?
Yes, please.
Okay. I don't know if you have seen Daine Klate's tweets in the last day or so.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'll check.
He's got a lot of trash talk against your former team going into the derby. I don't know if there's something you want to say to him.
No, Mina, it's just that I want obviously Chiefs to go through and be in the final. And you know, it's a game where you can't predict today or so, but on the day, the boys just have to do what they have to do and get goals. And this thing of playing the derby without fans, like I said, it can go either way. It works for you, it can not work for you, because some players want that pressure behind them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, myself, I always perform under pressure. Like players like Stiga, Ushaful, they want that.
You want the buzz there.
So, you know, Chipa, Likuleya, those players like those Vuvuzela or that, you know, some players, they under pressure with that. So some players will perform when it's like this, because it's like you're playing a training match.
Yeah.
So now you want to see, are you focused at training to do the task when there's no pressure? Or are you focused, or you're not focusing when there is pressure? So it's a mental thing.
All right, gentlemen, we're out of time.
Just one more thing. Did you download the Yoba app? Last journalist standing, 1 million rand to be won.
I told you, maybe by Monday I might just be a millionaire.
There we go. There we go.
That's the last fan standing, Benji. That's at the end of the competition. The last journey standing, you have to pump.
I need score lines. First leg, score line, Daine?
Go for 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Draw.
Yeah.
No, I want goals. 2-1 Chiefs.
2-1 Chiefs.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Kweskama Minze, let's go. The Orlando Stadium out in Soweto. It is the Soweto Derby, first leg of the MTN 8 semi-finals. And it is between Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates.